obvious the game you're playing. Alright, so on to Nick. Sorry about the length of these videos, but you know, sorry Renato, send me a bill. Really, I really don't mind paying for my way. Alright, so Nick, we'll play some of his, just because it was pretty funny.
Why? Man. No, I didn't come in here to be insulted in a language which is not even my native one, by somebody who thinks they've just invented the whole world and have an easy quick.
Yeah, well, yeah, easy quick solution, just invent it. Yeah, see, so that's just a simplistic characterization of everything I've talked about. And so that was really what's in your head, right? Because that's the only way you could have made the video you made. And so I'm not allowed to be offended. You accused me of not watching your fucking videos when I did. All right, I'm not supposed to get offended. And then you said, I'm not even going to be bothered with you because you committed a crime I didn't commit. And I'm not supposed to be offended by that? Come on. And I don't even understand this language thing. You speak English fairly well. You understand these basic words. Okay, I'm not asking you to have a text discussion, am I? No, exactly the opposite. I'm saying screw the text. Let's exchange videos. Let's talk about the subject. That's what this is, a video site, damn it. Make fucking videos. Your microphone sucks, so fix that. I mean, I got a 15-year-old mic. It works fine, so come on. You can fix that one. You know, because that's a, you know, well, I don't even go into it, but anyway, a few of your videos are damn hard to listen to because of your microphone, not because of your language. But anyway, so look, you know these words, you know what deregulation means, you know what open borders means. So the things we're arguing about, I mean, I understood you perfectly clear when you said universal health care and when you said paid education. I understood all that perfectly well. Okay, you know, we're communicating okay. There's no language difficulty here.
Quick fix solutions to everything in the world, at least as long as you know the way it pertains to America. Oh no.
Yeah, well, I don't even know what that means, okay? Yeah, obviously I talk about American politics because I'm an American, okay? So I know that politics the best. But the stuff I'm talking about goes for any civilization. I'm talking about civilization, all right? And America is the best place to start with anything. You do something in America and the rest of the world copies it. That's why the rest of the world is idiotic, because they've copied some of the stupid, idiotic things we do. Like a stupid education system that's completely dependent on the people shoving the information into people's brains instead of paying the kids to shove it in their own brain.
And yeah, I can't write in English as well as a native speaker can, because I'm not a bloody native speaker of your language. Get it?
Well, I'm not going to argue this point. I didn't make any criticism of your communication skills, so I don't even understand why that hostility is coming back at me. I didn't demand anything more from you in terms of communication. I didn't demand any written text. I didn't demand any of that shit. I didn't demand that you be perfectly articulate, all right? We understand what we're fucking arguing about.
And why do you think there are so very few native speakers, non-native speakers of your language present in places like this? Why? Why are there so many people around the world who despise Americans, unlike I do?
Why is that? Yeah, why? Because of me? I'm the problem? I don't get that at all. All right? No, sorry, no sale here.
And why did your country's immigration policy change in the last 30 years from an almost open-door policy at Ellis Island to having a PhD or marrying in order to be able to become a citizen of your country?
Well, because there's this certain reality to things, okay? When America was founded, we said, hey, we got lots and lots and lots and lots of fucking land. Ton of it. There's only a bunch of Indians on it, and we'll kill all of them, so don't worry about that. Okay, so yeah, there was lots of room for expansion, lots of room for growth. But guess what? We're 300 million people now, okay? We have a very complex social infrastructure. We have all kinds of benefits and this and that and Social Security, all kinds of plans and established mechanisms, the way we want people to, how we have grown to have expectations for how people will exist. All right, we don't want huddled masses on the street. We don't want people living in cardboard boxes. All right. So yeah, we have to be a little more careful about what the hell we fucking import, because in other countries people will live in cardboard boxes. They will live without a septic system. They will step in sewage as they walk out their front door. They will live that way. Okay? We don't want to live that way. All right. So that's the blight of it. Okay. There's a certain point where that immigration thing don't work no more. All right. And we're at that friggin' point. I mean, you stir the soup for a while and you do your little your mixing and your melting, but there's a point where you've overcooked the stew, okay, and then it starts to burn, and then the pot starts to friggin' melt, okay. You're not going to a melting pot. You have literally a melting pot because your whole culture falls apart.
Your country was represented something else, something different in the psyche of people around the world, even if they didn't necessarily want to go immigrate there. I didn't stay in America after I finished my studies. I came back to Europe and my country to do my military service.
Well, whatever. Your military service, I don't give a fuck, all right? So you're a paid mercenary for your country. I don't give a fuck. That doesn't make you... I don't owe you anything because you picked up a gun and tried to kill people, okay? That isn't a badge of honor for me, all right? A guy who goes to prison instead of military service, that guy, I'll kiss his fucking feet, all right? But I'm not going to kiss anybody's foot who sits there and goes kills people for the man. And that's what it's for the man, okay? For the money. For some other fucking asshole's ambitions. All right, not for principle, not because it needs to be done. No, because somebody wants somebody else's oil, or somebody else wants somebody else's land. All right, and you're talking about our tradition. What was our fucking tradition? We wiped out the native population, then we imported immigrants, and what did we give them? We gave them some lie about streets paved in gold and shit, and we annihilated most of them. All right, we killed them off, all over the frickin' place. We treated them like garbage. All right, that's the tradition. Maybe you think that's acceptable. Maybe you think that's what America's for, is just to throw the poor through and grind them up. And a few of them will pop out and have a wonderful life. All right, but we'll grind up the 99% and eat them for lunch. I mean, it's not a great friggin' tradition.
We have a military service, by the way. We still do. We have to go to the military unpaid for like 1 or 2 years. So yeah,
well then maybe you ought to work on your own fucking country's government then, because that sounds pretty bogus to me. All right? The military comes and asks me to pay 2 years. Guess what they'd get? A big fuck you. I'll spend the 2 years in fucking Leavenworth.
And the F word. That's somebody who thinks they have invented God's solution to the problems of America or the rest of the world.
Yeah, so anybody who proposes an idea just like you, okay, what is that? So you're going to ridicule people who spend time thinking, and they create theories and an understanding of mechanisms, and then they propose those mechanisms, and that somehow deserves ridicule? What am I supposed to do? I have a brilliant idea, I should just keep it to myself? Okay, and let it die with me in my grave? That would be the more rational thing to do? No, sorry. I'm not preaching it, like I said. I'm here for the argument, okay? Bring me the goddamn argument. But you want to argue personalities and the fuck word? Fuck you, okay? I'm not going to argue fuck, okay? It's a 4-letter fucking meaningless goddamn fucking word.
You notice I'm still not swearing. I'm mad, I'm upset, but I'm still...
Who the fuck cares? Go ahead and swear your ass off. What, you think it's going to offend me? Sorry. Okay, what offends me more is when some asshole accuses me of doing something I didn't do. Okay, you accuse me of not listening to your tripe, and I had listened to your tripe. That offended me. Call me a motherfucking bastard? Fine.
Why? Because that's how I was taught by people... by teachers, that included American teachers in a Greek school and Canadian teachers in a Greek school that are allowed to teach in this country. It's part of the fact that they weren't born here.
Fine, I don't have anything. What's your point? What is your point? The world is better off if Americans go teach people how to speak English in Greece. Fine, I'm all for that. I'm all for Greeks coming to America to teach Americans how to speak English. What I'm saying is that it's not going to do our country any friggin' good to open our border, let about 50 million Mexicans fly across it. That isn't going to help us none.
All these decades, your country's products and services dominated and still dominate the markets to some extent.
Oh, it's not our countries, it's our corporations, okay? The same corporations that ran over the Chinamen to build the railroads, they're evil bastards, okay? You want to blame me for them? Fine. I voted against them every chance I had, okay? I've done my little tiny part that I'm capable of doing. You know, what do you want? You want to give me a better pitchfork plan to wipe out the nasty corporations, the evil McDonald's? Okay, give me your plan and I'll try to implement it.
Your industrial products, it's your TV series and your movies and your music produced in your country. And I'm not saying that's bad, but no, heck no. You're not gonna impose your new ideas on that just because now you discovered socialism all of a sudden.
I discovered it all of a sudden. See, now, you say the F word is a thing you can't say. You can't say bastard, you can't say that kind of shit. But you can make a statement like that. You can accuse me of just like picking up socialism, whatever that is. I don't know, where's the book of socialism somewhere? And I just discovered it and I'm just trying to shove the book at everybody else because I think the book is really cool because it's the right color or something. Alright, so you sit there and ridicule my philosophy that I spent my entire life developing. You'll sit there and ridicule it and demean it and malign it like that. And you say, that's not as bad as saying, fuck you. Fuck you!
I think God's gifted it to the world. Oh,
Again, see, and that's your characterization. So that's not offensive? Somebody shouldn't be offended? You're saying this is an ego trip and I'm just talking like I know everything? Well, the fact is I do know everything. But it's irrelevant. I'm presenting arguments, complete, full, whole arguments. Okay, you can't sit there and talk about it like I'm selling a religion or I'm selling a dogma or I'm selling an undisclosed vague thing, a blob of magic inmendum shit. No, every bit of the inmendum stuff that I'm selling, I give you the damn details. All right, every bit of it is revealed. There's no hidden little nonsense anywhere in there. So if you got something to pick at, if you think there's a flaw in it, then find the fucking flaw and point it the fuck out.
If you want to impress the world, at least, outside North America, you have to come up with something better than this. But
What are you talking about? You have to come up with something better in this own country? It has nothing to do with North America. It has to do with arguing and talking to people. People are rigid. They get stuck in their status quo. Change, as John was pointing out, is really tough. Okay? It's tough for nations to change. It's tough for anything to goddamn change. All right? But it does happen. I mean, you know, basketball players used to wear shorts, and now they wear knickers. So, I mean, the world does change now and then. But it's tough. It's hard to make it happen. All right? But I'm in the game, and I'm gonna throw whatever I can into the mix to try to make something happen. All right? And if you're offended by my rhetorics, I'll just tell you I'm offended by yours, and I've explained why I'm offended. So you want to argue about how things work and the mechanisms? Fine. You want to argue personalities? Fuck you.